Welcome back to the ILA on the Six Nations of the Grand River for the regular season finale between the Brampton Express and the Oshweken Bears. Lance Wynn back at it again. Starting goalies, Lane Harushka with a 7-2 record gets the start for the Express. And at the other end, their main man, Chase Martin, 5-1 record. He'll be between the pipes for the Bears. Officials for today's game. Seb Baudouin is the crew chief. He's joined by Bad Brad Fennell and Aaron Buswell. Head coaches, of course, familiar one for Brampton is Jeff Dowling. His assistants are Ryan Campbell, Jeff Snyder, Zach Tompkinson, and Craig Cowan. And for the Bears, the legendary Ron Mouser Henry, also in his 9th season. He runs his club. His assistants are Clancy Elms, not here, but with him in spirit, Todd Wilfong and Neil Pike. So we just saw the Six Nations Snipers claim the 5th spot with a 2013 win over the Paris River Wolves. And the matchups for next week's quarterfinals are set. The Bears will take on the Snipers, but the importance of this game, the Brampton Express have dropped their last 2. A win here gives them the regular season title, and Colin Matthews speeds through. First shot of the game, stopped by Chase Martin on a good attempt from Matthews, and some pressure there as Atwood will swing it down. Eddie Renault can't handle that pass, and it'll go all the way to the other end to Harushka. So Brampton with a win here, they will take first place outright and go in as the top seed after Whitby's loss, 12-9 to the Toronto Monarchs. The Toronto Monarchs and Peterborough Timbermen will go on Saturday, and that's a beauty job there as Curtis Ward wasted no time with a quick stick finish there, 1-0 Brampton. Curtis Ward with his 35th goal of the season, an Arenalacrosseleague high for him as he's put together his finest season in the All. Called on to do a whole lot more than just score goals. Had a tough couple of games when the Brampton Express were undermanned, but not the case so Tyler Halls and Justin Joseph, and Joseph won the draw cleanly, but Halls managed to get possession. Jonah Bean will slide it back to Halls, and we'll keep an eye out because Halls, one of the best face-off men. Justin Joseph, one of the best face-off men or draw men here is Jake McNabb back in the lineup after missing a couple. Stumbles, gets bumped off, and a good job defensively by the Bears as they'll move it up quick. Kane Kettle back in the lineup. He's missed a couple of games for the Bears. And now Shane Hollowell. Hollowell, an outstanding first season working on that side as looking to kick it over. Atwood couldn't handle it. Now on the run. Here comes Here comes the Express. They'll kick it out. Jeremy Searle will slow it down. Good job by Cristello and Walsh as now Nathan Jones will control. Kick across. Liam Keane. Keane one-on-one. Bounced out. Keane. His pass goes awry. No one there. And Bears will pick it up now. And it's Snow. Nicky Snow gives way now to Eddie Renault. Renault has a couple chasing him. Renault in some trouble here. Trying to split two, get some help from Lucas Beaver. Loses it to Coffey. Beaver knocks it down. And good forechecking by the Express. Forced a turnover now. Thomas McDonald, and he'll flip. Peyton Wallace gives way here. Zach Sunderland. Sunderland isolated, swings it across. Ward, they'll work it now. James Whiteford. Patrick Timothy on him. Good save, Chase Martin. Stopped, locked, and good job by Johnny Miller, but a bad pass as he can't find his man there, as that was Kyron Costello, the intended target. Now Whiteford working with McNabb. McNabb turns the corner, looking for Sutherland, couldn't connect. Whiteford there to back it up. He's driven into the corner boards, comes away with it, kicks it out. Ward picks the corner. So Curtis Ward has been Johnny on the spot 2 times now, and he's made good on both. Second of the game, 2-0 for the Express. going to have to give credit to James Whiteford there, as Whiteford did all the yeoman work in tracking down that loose ball and able to get that right to Ward on the doorstep, who quickly picked it in the top corner. So a couple of goals, couple quick release goals from Ward. And off the draw, Joseph wins that one clean, dumps it off. Now Snow will kick it back out to Beaver. Lucas Beaver, he'll retreat. They'll work it down. Owen Hill out there, working with Hollowell. Renault's flip went to Nome, but he got it back. 10 on the shot clock, puts on the brakes. Shovels it into the corner off the boards. Picked up, Delarande. 5 on the shot clock. Snow passes that, went for the ricochet. He'll get it back, shoot it again. It'll ricochet again. Possession belongs to Brampton. So when I talk to both coaching staffs for the Express, of course, they very keen on snapping this 2-game slide. The importance of that, they want to go into the playoffs, of course, on a positive note, not limping into the postseason. And, of course, they wanted to tighten their D, make sure that was ready. Ward, duck in. Looking down on the doorstep. Whiteford. That was a beauty goal as Whiteford faked to the left and buried it on the right, and it's a 3-0 lead for Brampton. 17th of the season for Whiteford. When I spoke with Ron Mouser Henry, he talked about on offense, ball movement being the key, communication as well on both offense and defense, and keeping a steady flow. When they can run, they have an opportunity, get out in transition. When they don't, then important for them to set things up, work the ball around, get a high percentage shot. So off the draw, Joseph commanding there, still has it. So I tell you, when he's not in the lineup, he sure missed in that circle. Joseph spins, wrapped up, taken down. And I like his idea, as now it'll belong to Tyler Halls and the Express. They'll work it up. Ward, he'll work on his right, get back to his left. They'll dump it down. McNabb, and off the post, Keene. That'll stay right here for a fresh 20. Excellent give and go by Keene and McNabb. Almost executed to perfection. Whiteford now, well outside. Ward worked over by Patrick Timothy. Gets around the corner, lets it go, stop. Whiteford, shovel stop. Rebound. Kettle in there, battling, but Whiteford going for the dunk, and right now the Express outworking the Bears and winning the battle to the loose balls. Malloy over the timeline, he'll curl out. Inching toward the 10-minute mark here, first quarter, game 2, the season finale, regular season anyway, week 14. On the run through the 5-hole, Hollowell. Shane Hollowell has busted into this league and torn the door down. That's his first of the game. He's got 26 this season. And more importantly, first one for the Bears. It's now a 3-1 game. Good start off the draw. Hall's running over Joseph. No call there as Bears now, all that work. Shoot it back. Coffey's in a race. And it's Coffey that's going to come away with it. I tell you, I like this kid, Carter Coffey. He does a lot of little things and got great hands. He's tough, can run. Sutherland trying to duck in, kick out Ingram. Get it over to Ward. Ward one-on-one. Snow chopping down a tree. Bad pass there. The other Snow and Nicky will grab it. And now Chase Martin, outlet pass on the money. Here come the Bears. Renault, one-on-one. Nate Jones on him. Dump in, and good save made there as Harushka closed off that far side. Outlet pass certainly could have been a little better, but now a good job as Cristello over the timeline. Needs some offense with him. He'll get it to McNabb, and Ward will create some space. Keene filters out, takes it on the half boards. Working one-on-one, Nolan Ruddy. Chopping down everything in his way. Swing around Whiteford. 2 on the shot clock, right on. Martin to save. Kettle's going to scoop that up and look to move it up. Lucas Beaver. Keep an eye on the Beav. He is tricky. Great with both hands. He has no wrong stick side. Atwood. Sniper. Shovel back. Kick inside. Delarande looking for Snow. Beaver trying to fish it with 5 on the shot clock. Still loose in that corner. The Express will just pin it, and they will get possession here with under 8 minutes to go, opening quarter. Matthews. Great speed there and finds an opening as Snow chases him. Matthews races through 2. Bumped on the boards. Loses it. Coughs it up. Good defense by the Bears, and it comes away. Chance here now as Martin able to recover. Great job by Searle. And now Snow going to have to run under this outlet pass. And had it, but had it chopped down as Jonah Beam comes away with it. So good defense by both squads here. As Whiteford now will curl out. And eluded defender dumping on over to McNabb. So we'll see if the Bears continue to keep McNabb well away from that dotted half circle. He's lethal as Patrick Timothy. Great job there to cover up on Searle. Outlet pass, one hand grab, hauled in by Miller. Miller will dump it down, Hollowell. Kick it back out. Hollowell bounces off one, gets it across. Running start, Delarande. Atwood tried to tip it across, but instead now a break here. Rolling in. Express picking the top corner. Beauty finish there as Daniel Clark stepping up in the lineup to pick up his first of the game, a big transition goal. It's 4-1 Brampton. Well, the Express have certainly come out to play here, and there's no way that they, again, want to go into the postseason having dropped 3 straight. Off the draw, Joseph, the man again, as he continues, but teetering on that line and pushed over by Halls, and with 6:25 to go, that will take us to our first officials timeout. So back and ready to go here, just to get you caught up. Toronto on Saturday. Toronto 12-9 winners over Whitby. That puts this game into an important spotlight as Brampton will take first overall if they win. If not, Whitby will due to tiebreaker. Peterborough 12-10 winners over Oshawa. Oshawa officially out. Quarterfinal set earlier today. It was the Six Nations Snipers, and a good chance there from Whiteford, denied by Martin. Ruddy had it stripped. McNabb taken down by a trio. Ward scoops it up, and he'll curl. Keene. Good recovery on the defensive side for the Bears. 2013 Snipers over Paris. That in our first game as Ward tried a quick shot. Ruddy now going to get ahead of steam going. Big Nolan Ruddy. He'll wait. And Ruddy will go to an empty area, flip it, and a good job there as Owen Hill will bail him out. Lucas Beaver flies on into the offense, and he'll work it now, get it back out. Hollowell has room. Bullet, let go. Good save, Harushka. Scooped up Hollowell, and they'll work with 20 more. Snow. Trying to dipsy doodle, shovel back. Beaver shot right on, stopped by Harushka. Floating around out there, dot half circle, it squirts loose and just wide of the net. Hollowell looking to attack now, thinks better of it. Hill will swing it around. Delarande looking on that screen and roll with Snow. Instead, Harushka has it. And he'll step out of the crease, air it out, backdoor on the money. Whiteford, and it goes netminder to netminder. So Chase Martin will return it. And now Nicky Snow. Eddie Renault. He'll float out with Owen Hill. Hill looking to duck in. Renault on the run. Atwood. Tough screen. That one right on. Harushka handled that easily. And now it's coming back the other way. Here come the Express. Cristello jumping in the rush. Has Wallace. Wallace now hangs on to it. Peyton Wallace thinks better of it. He will keep it and send it back out. Nothing doing. 8 on the shot clock. And now it's Whiteford. 3. Going to have to let it go. Whiteford on the run. Stopped by Chase Martin. Picked up now. Bears will look to turn it around. Bears hang on to it, and Beaver will secure it. Get it over. And now they'll work it with Atwood. Atwood in tight. Beaver! Backhand try as he was taken down hard. No reset on the play. Atwood with 5. Going to have to hurry. Dumps it in to Beaver, but that was through the crease. So nothing doing there, and Brampton now will move it up, leading this one 4-1. Matthews, and now McNabb. Keene gets a step. Good job closing that up by Patrick Timothy, and he's on the move now. Chance here, numbers 2-on-1 for the Bears. Kettle's shot denied. Harushka cut off that far angle, but Bears will track it down. Delarande goes down, still has it, pinned up on the boards, gets away. He'll curl back out, send it back up top. Good job by Snow to hang on. 6 on the shot clock. He'll let it go. Harushka in the basket. Has it now. 2.5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Coffey trots over the timeline. He'll give way now. Curtis Ward. Ward with 2 of Brampton's 4 goals here in this opening quarter. Searle. McNabb. Can't get the shot off. Bodies down. Ward rings it off the crossbar. So McNabb's going to go back to retrieve it as we hit the 2-minute warning. Ingram trying to turn the corner. Ward in tight, had Searle, but wasn't able to catch it clean. McNabb has his stick taken away from him. Shot clock winding down. Possession's going to belong to the Bears with 1:40 to go here. Snow to Snow. They'll work that back and forth, and over the timeline they go. And now Hollowell. Under 1.5 minutes. Hollowell, kick back out. Hill, swing around Snow. In tight. That one from Lucas Beaver, shot right on. Beaver tracks it down, fresh 20. Beav gets it back out. Atwood. Skip across Hollowell. Hollowell turns the corner. Lets it go. Stop Harushka. Easy save. On the transition now, on the move. Here comes Cristello. Lofts it up. Great hands there. Hollowell went up high. We're into the final minute here, quarter number 1. Helps to be 6+. And Shane Hallowell made that one look easy. Renault swings it around Atwood. Atwood gets a step. Shovel back. Fake. To no one, though. That's going to be an over and back. And possession will belong to the Express. 38 seconds to go, opening quarter. So they've already got it over the timeline. So Brampton now see if they go for a 2-for-1 or if they work the clock down here with a 3-goal lead. Whiteford. Whiteford, duck in. Swings it across. Great save, Chase Martin. Ingram with the pickup shovel. That's going to be a crease call. And now the Bears will have it with 25 seconds left. Good job over the timeline. And now Hill. Final 14 seconds. Net empty, extra attacker. Atwood. 7. Hollowell. Atwood. snapped down and knocked down. Going to be a long shot. There's still time, but that misses the net. 15 minutes. Second quarter ready to get underway here. Brampton Express have looked like the defending champs that they are in that opening 15 minutes. Oshweken Bears have been playing their best lacrosse, riding a 4-game win streak. As that is picked up, and I'm going to say that that's Sudan wearing 84, but Matthews down, and good job by the Bears. So they'll set it up with Delarande. Swing across, right out that back door, right on was Owen Hill. Harushka, easy save, flip up Matthews. Matthews. Matthews matched up with someone maybe just as fast in Patrick Timothy. McNabb's first shot of the game, stopped by Chase Martin, and he'll send Malloy away. Of course, Patrick Timothy resides in Florida, takes a connecting flight here on the weekends, says the connector's a killer. I can understand him there, and good to have him in the lineup anytime. Eddie Renault, here goes off the post. Rebound stopped. So the carom off the post went right back to Renault, but a big save by Harushka on the second shot as McDonald now, and that's an over and back call. Atwood sips it off the boards and off the net. So the idea was right. Snow there, battling hard. That one gets flipped between the legs and it's scooped up, and it's Daniel Clark. So it looks like we're going to have, I guess, a delay of game call here. And it's going to go to Aaron Snow. So that is the case. First power play of this game goes to the Brampton Express. Power play at an impressive almost over 100%. The penalty kill for the Bears at 39%. Problem with the Express, they usually score average 3 power play goals a game. Problem is they're only 5% efficiency on a penalty kill, so they don't get a lot of penalties, which is the beauty of that, as they go to work now with McNabb. Skips it across, Ward. Searle at the top. Sutherland down at that crease. That one from McNabb over the net. Ward skips it. Karam, and it stays up in the air, and Kettle battling for it. Searle gets it, but it's a shot clock violation. So good job by the Bears. This one lifted up, and in flight is Maloney. Beaver. Under 12 and a half to go here in the second. Beaver, 10 on the shot clock. Beaver lets that one go on net. Chases down his own rebound. Beaver will take another one. Tried to go short side, so good effort by Lucas Beaver. It doesn't get much more creative than that as far as killing some clock. 45 seconds left in the Brampton power play. So usual suspects out there. Whiteford working with McNabb, changes the angle, stopped though by Martin. That one's kicked around, and just so that you're aware, Lane Harushka and Chase Martin, two of the best netminders in the Arena Lacrosse. They're going head-to-head chance here now. Get left, right, and in the back of the net. Big goal there for Kyron Costello. A short-handed marker, and it's a 4-2 game. So if you're going to win in this league, you're going to need some contributions from everyone, and Costello stepping up on a beauty outlet pass. And it's no surprise that a good fast break starts with a good netminder, and two very good passing goaltenders here in the building today. Halls battling with Joseph, who gets it back, but it's scooped up by Ward. And that's one of the things Brampton does well. They don't necessarily need to win the draw outright because the guys that crash are so good at picking up the loose ball. McNabb, 5 seconds left. McNabb stopped by Martin. Ball gets loose, gets shot back. Searle has it. Penalty over now. Team's back to full strength. Sutherland looking for an opening. McNabb. Swing around Searle. On the run. Whiteford shot right on Martin. Ball loose. Snow picks it up. Flips it around, and here come the Bears. Nicholas D'Amico legs it over the timeline. So a good kill and a shorty to boot for the Bears. And it's just a 2-goal lead now for Brampton. Hollowell trying to use his size. Work it in. Gets a good screen from Renault. Kicked out to Snow. Snow with 3 in the shot clock. Got to take a shot. He will right on, and that one's stuck right to Harushka. And now Brampton will look to move it up. Whiteford will take control. Jones out there on the left side. Big overhand knocked down. Rebound by Keene. Gets his own. Kick out to McNabb. No reset. 8. Looking inside to Jones. Can't. Eddie Renault now on the fly. Renault has a man back door and too many on the floor as a half step too early. And looks like the Bears are going to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box, or maybe it's Brampton. Let me see here. And it is the Bears. So Hollowell a step early. So Brampton to the power play for the second time. 0 for 1. We are just over 10 minutes to play here, first half. Brampton wins this. They finish first overall. The Oshweken Bears have a date with the Six Nations Snipers right back here, same time next week. 2 o'clock start at the ILA. As McNabb on the interchange gets a screen, ducks back in, kick out. Keene, no look. Whiteford can't find it. Back to Keene, right on is Chase Martin, a master at angles, and he zips it to the back door. To play it off the glass, it goes right to Harushka, and he'll counter with a outlet to Matthews. Under 9.5 to go. Ward. Still lots of time in this Brampton power play. McNabb. Sutherland, bullet. So, been a while since we've seen that, as a good job. Zach Sutherland finally getting some room to operate. 23rd of the season comes courtesy the power play. So Brampton 1 for 1 with the man advantage. More importantly, a 5-2 lead for the Express. Off the draw. Joseph again, but good job there by Costello. And then it's Halls. Halls in alone. Goes bouncer. So a gift. And Tyler Halls makes them pay. And it's 6-2. Just his 5th of the season for Halls. But I tell you, the things that he does for this squad really have made them formidable, including what he does in the face-off circle, battling with Justin Joseph. Halls. Joseph shoots it back. Timothy going to pick that up. Quick pass, almost deflected. Snow. Back door. Had a notion. And instead, he'll wait for a better passing angle to get it to Hollowell. Hollowell ducks in, gets a screen. Coffee on him. Finds Snow. Kick back, swing. 10 on the shot clock. In tight. Matthews luckily had his stick taken away, and Delaronde on a bad turn. I hope that didn't do much to his knee, as He's slow to get off. Coffey waits for Halls. Back door. Streaming in tight. And Ingram, toe on the crease. So it'll go back up the other way with the Bears. Looking in tight. Good hands by Renault. Sudan not able to get it cleanly and moved up quickly to McDonald. Has a man back door, wide open, no look pass, and probably should have kept it. It's going to come back the other way in a hurry. Chance now, Atwood. Atwood! On the board, number 6. First of the game, 6th of the season. Now this just his 5th game back in Chris Atwood, but a big one there as a good pass, and now it's a 6-3 game with just over 7.5 to play here in this second quarter. Off the draw, Joseph, that was a neat win there as he got it back now, and Miller. Tough pass, but good job by Owen Hill to track it down. Bears trying to go to work. Hollowell, one-on-one. On the dump off as Hill couldn't get it cleanly. Beaver in there slapping things around and scooped up. And they're going to say through the crease call. And that will take us to our officials' timeout. So Nate Jones will inbounds after our officials' timeout. Patrick Timothy on him. Going to be some work for Jones, I tell you. Timothy forces the turnover. Chance the other way now for the Bears. And they bury it. Nicholas D'Amico. And that was all the defensive pressure from Patrick Timothy as they isolated him on a full court one-on-one press. Managed to force a turnover and a big goal from D'Amico, makes it 6-4. I think that'll be a good lesson for young Nathan Jones to keep those feet moving, tuck that stick in, and it's a big responsibility when you're back there by yourself and have no help. Halls, very good at laying on that, and Joseph trying to work his way out. Halls has his full body on it. And again, that ball will come squirting out. It'll be a race for it. Sure enough, it gets flipped up high, doesn't touch anything, and we'll have to give the advantage to Joseph as possession belongs to the Oshweken Bears. Under 6.5 to go. See if the Bears can put together a couple. Snow pressured, goes down, and that will belong to the Bears. McDonald. Good job by Nicky Snow to roll off that pressure. Gets it around, they'll swing it Hollowell. Hollowell in tight, had a man wide open, couldn't connect, and Snow now. Bad pass there as Miller just coming on, overran it and managed to get it over. So a good job there by Johnny Miller. And now Hollowell. Working on the back door, around Bean, ducks in. Hollowell twister stop. Cristello all over that loose ball. 2-on-1. Cristello and Matthews. Beaver back. And a good job defensively. Matthews will scoop it up. Snow will get on him. They'll try the double team and work Matthews into a tight spot. Good check. Matthews hangs on to it, and it's knocked down, so good defense by Snow as they are all over Matthews there, and the Bears now have a little pep in their step. Whiteford. Give and go, Whiteford. Looking in tight, McNabb. Double team, they're all over him. Gets it out, Sutherland. Changes the angle. Can't get a shot up. McNabb. He's taken. That's taken away. Searle on the doorstep. Can't pick it up. Bodies down as McNabb laid down the lumber. Possession to the Bears. Under 5 minutes to go here in this opening half. Beaver. Zips it across. Hill stops, pops. Nothing doing. Loose ball. Good job, Hollowell. Playing safety. Gets a step. Goes to the bouncer. That one ricocheted and stays in play. Now it's Halls in the rush now. Good job by Patrick Timothy. Gets it over now. It's Clark. Diving. Great save. Chase Martin. Daniel Clark with a great try there. And Patrick Timothy's going to head to the penalty box. On a good effort by Daniel Clark. And so an illegal cross-checking call, and I think the argument from the Oshweken bench is that Clark was already falling. I thought he got assisted on that fall just a little bit, and he's okay, which is good. Brampton will go to their third power play. They are 1 for 2, and they've given up a shorthanded goal. 2-goal lead here as the usual suspects out there. So Keene, Sutherland, McNabb at the top. That's the right side. Left side is Ward working with Whiteford, and that save there will give Brampton a fresh 20 to work with. Whiteford sizing it up. Whiteford takes the angle, stopped though, and picked up now, and chance now in transition. Here come the Bears. Good job though, I think. Good read by D'Amico, knowing they didn't have any numbers and had a notion to get that over to Atwood. Instead, he'll hold on to it. Atwood curls out with 10 on the shot clock. Zips the pass in. Great hands, though, to even get a hold of that. So, boy, that was a good toss there, Hollowell. A minute left now in the man advantage. And a tough one here over and back will give possession to the Bears. So a gift with 3:20 to play here first half. Hill's going to pick it up deep in the offensive end. 55 seconds trying to get a step on Searle. Turns around. Quick shot stopped by Harushka. Rebound. Cristello all over that. Moves it up to McDonald. Now McDonald over the timeline, and too many on the floor, and you can see there's 6. So it looks like the Express will give up that 45 seconds, play 4-on-4, and then the Bears will get their first power play opportunity of this game. So all evened up. And now Eddie Renaud. Atwood zips it across. Hollowell. Hollowell keeps. Still has it chased. Going for the one-handed shovel. Keeps it. What a save! Oh, my goodness. Harushka. That's flat-out robbery there. They should arrest that man. That is criminal. What a save by Harushka. Halls. So with final 10 seconds left in the penalty, Sutherland gets a step. Good save, Chase Martin. And Miller, who lost his lid, and we may have coincidental minors here. So it looks like Sutherland's going and Miller's going. So slashing to Miller, a roughing to Sutherland for the retaliation, and I don't think we go 4-on-3 here, but I think we're going to go 5-on-4. Only 5 seconds left in the Patrick Timothy penalty. So I think we go 4-on-4 still. So it looks like we're going, it says here we're going 4-on-3, but I think for 5 seconds it should be 4-on-4. So Seb Baudouin, of course, the crew chief, and so 4-on-3, but Brampton has the door open, and now it'll be 4-on-4. So I think Seb Baudouin is going to give head coach Jeff Dowling an explanation as to what he's thinking. So I think the question was, were they 2-minute offsetting coincidentals? And so that's the case there. So final 5 seconds of 4-on-4, and now it's a power play for 1:12 for the Bears. Ward trying to work some clock here, trying to turn the corner. Ward on the run, easy save for Martin, and now the Bears will pick it up. Now they will go to work with the man advantage. Trailing by 2. Atwood will settle things down. It'll start with him on the right side. Delarande back out there, so good to see that. Hollowell, and Eddie Renault let that one go. Haruska the save. Outlet, and it gets hooked. And knocked down. Renault interception. 30 seconds left. Quickly back in the offensive end. But 3-on-3, so no advantage. Atwood now and Delarande. 20 seconds left in the power play. Hollowell lets that one go, but it gets deflected and will go out of play. So it'll stay right here. 20 more seconds, 13 seconds left in the Oshweken power play. 58% with the man advantage this season. Zipped across, Hill right on. Haruska the save. Halls, sneaky, out of there. Halls with Coffey. 2-on-1. Halls takes the shot wide of the mark. Sticks there, and Chase Martin will smother that and move it up quickly to Snow. We are into the final minute here. We are all even now. That shot right on. Haruska the save. Matthews has his stick taken out of his hands, but boxing out perfectly, gets it up, and it's McDonald now. McDonald, 45 seconds left in the half. Ward working on that left side. McNabb, 8 on the shot clock. McNabb chased. McNabb stops, back out. McNabb shot right on. Martin had that all sized up, and going to have a timeout called with 26.5 seconds left by the Bears. That'll allow us to take a quick break. So if the Oshweken Bears have their way, they'll be taking the final shot of this first half, trailing 6-4. 26 seconds left, and they'll go the length of the carpet. Net empty for the extra attacker. We'll see what Ron Mouser-Henry has drawn up here. And here we go. Snow will leg it. And they'll let it tick down. Game clock now at 15. They'll go to 10. It's on. Hollowell on the curl. Out. Atwood. Duck in. Atwood. Shovel right back. Hollowell. Late shot. Haruska angle covered. And 30 minutes have flown on by. It is 6-4 Express. We'll see you in the third. Tyler Halls and Justin Joseph set to go one more time here. They've been doing the dance for 30, and this time it's a good job by Joseph to win that draw. And Hollowell had himself a good opening 30 minutes. He'll ship it out to Renault. They'll set up the offense. Renault had a thought, dumps it up. Atwood shot, knocked down. Played to Karam off the glass. Tyler Halls now. Halls will look to work it up. Slides it to Wallace. Wallace will work it Sutherland. Zach Sutherland working that half boards. He'll cruise down the right side and looking in tight. Great save, Chase Martin, as Searle on the doorstep. And Ward, great pickup. Man down as that bouncer had too much on the ounce. And possession as it looks like Big Nolan Ruddy may have gone down the wrong way, and he's slow to make his way to the bench. Renault zips it across. They slow it up with Hill. Owen Hill. Snow will wait, and it's Hollowell. Renault running start. Jones on him. Renault on the run. Good save by Harushka. Rebound picked up. Brampton now with a chance. Just out of the reach of Jones. He'll play the carom. Look for a man. Hits the trailer, and a good job there by James Oberle as he's trapped now on the board. Snow has him. Good job, Everly, to hold on to it. Ty Ingram. Ingram one-on-one. Shake and bake. Nothing doing. 5 in the shot clock. Whiteford bounced out. Whiteford lets it go, but it's off the post and will go the other way. So Brampton will regroup and reset the offense. So a fortuitous bounce goes Brampton's way, and Ingram now will slide it, and it's McNabb. Ward. Curtis Ward gets it to McNabb. McNabb, that's his shot. Change the angle. Good save, Chase Martin. So far, Martin has had McNabb's number. And a good job by Miller. Scoops it up. Nicky Snow got to go north-south now as he gets it over the timeline, and they bounce it quickly. And it's flipped up. Good job to run under that one by Maloney, and couldn't hang on to it, so now Matthews. Brampton doing a good job of capitalizing, also doing a good job on loose balls here is McNabb now to work. One-on-one. Dipsy Doodle, quick shot, Jake McNabb. So changing his game, Jake McNabb, 19th of the season on a big one. Makes it a 7-4 game, and that was a prime example of a good offensive player taking what the defense gives you, and the defense sagged back. McNabb took a bit of a step back, created a better angle, and shot that through the defender and past Chase Martin. Joseph, clean win over Halls there. He'll get it up, and Timothy will move it quickly. Now to D'Amico. So back to it are the Bears here. Under 12 to go here in the third. Hollowell, big shot, stopped by Harushka. Flipped up Coffey. He'll move it up. Wallace in no hurry. He's going to wait for the line to change and the offense to get out there. Snow on him. Flip it back. Good job by Ingram to gather it. And Keno swinging around. They get it to Whiteford. Whiteford. Kick across. Wallace shot right on. Stopped by Martin. And outlet pass will send away Kettle. Dane Kettle. Had thoughts, thought better of it. Did the right thing. Renault on the fly. Ducks in. Eddie Renault. Twister behind the net. Wide. Lucas Beavers. Backhand try with 6 on the shot clock. Scooped up. Cristello has a man now. Walsh, and Walsh will find his way out of there as he takes a hard hit from Miller. And now it's McNabb. Ward, kick it, Searle. McNabb with room, and McNabb picks the corner. I tell you, you give Jake McNabb just a sliver, and he's going to take a whole foot on you, second of the game. And it's quickly 8-4, 2 unanswered by the Express. So the Bears were doing a good job of extending the defense out on McNabb in the first half, but they have slacked back just a bit, and McNabb has made them pay on 2 occasions with 2 well-placed shots. Joseph dominating that circle now. Gets it back. He's dominating the circle, but it's these Express that are dominating the scoreboard. Snow does a good job to find an open spot, gets some space, kicks it across. Hollowell, shovel back. Hill, kick. Delarande had that one knocked down, no reset. Wallace takes him into the boards, and that'll possession will belong to the Bears. Big shot there from Hill. So Owen Hill, good overhand match right there for his first of the game. That puts an end to that 3-goal run by the Express. And it's now 8-5 with just over 10 minutes to play here in the third. So just in case you missed it, wrapping up the final regular season weekend here, Toronto with a 12-9 win over Whitby. Peterborough, 12-10 over Oshawa. And Six Nations 2013 over Paris. The quarterfinals are set. As off the draw, it goes to Beaver. Beaver kick it way back out to Snow. Snowy River will set it up now. Snow ducks in. Great move, Snow. What a save by Arushka. Saved that off the shaft of his stick. And now a chance here for the Express to get it out, and it's Halls. Halls circling around, teetering on that line with Snow on him. Gets it across. Ward will settle it down, and now Whiteford. In tight, point blank, stopped as Halls had a chance. Now Big Ruddy. Nolan Ruddy with a head of steam has his stick stripped. Ball's still in it. Whiteford scoops up the stick and the ball. Okay, gets worked over. Ruddy finally gets the stick. Whiteford had it, lost it. Couple chops later, Whiteford almost had it, and he goes down, and a little too hands-on was Miller, and possession belongs to Brampton on a good effort by James Whiteford. Second excellent effort. Last one resulted in a goal. Ward. Dumping, Whiteford, diving, Whiteford scores. On the crease dive, James Whiteford. Second of the game, 18th of the season, 9-5 Brampton. Just some good work. That's some tight passing in a closet there as Whiteford, what a shift. He has been outstanding in this game. Matthews in there to try to change things up against Justin Joseph. Ball still loose. Bears pick it up. Good job, Sudan. On the move. Tries the twister, and that's up and out of play. So it'll go the other way now with Coffey. Carter Coffey finds McNabb. McNabb, dangerous pass, almost picked off. Shovel, Ward knocked down. Keene from way out hit his own player. And it'll go up the other way with the Bears. Quick pass. Patrick Timothy has a man, 2-on-2. Outnumbered now, so he'll pull it out. We're under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Hollowell. Snow. Caldwell with 7. Lets it go. Tried to go through the wickets. Loose, knocked in, and that'll be a crease call. And knocked into the crease was Owen Hill, and possession will, belong to the Bears. Hill, across to Snow, Nicky Snow. Flip back. Big shot, Delarande. Underhand, delay penalty coming. It's coming to Brampton. Going to be a slashing call. That's going to allow the Bears to go to their second power play of this game. They're 0 for 1, but it was abbreviated. And with 7:25 to go, that's going to take us to our officials' timeout. Set to resume here, and if you are the 50-50 winner, take it to the lobby and collect your reward. As now Atwood chased by Jonah Beam. Beam, relentless, gets it to Coffey. Coffey waits for a trailer. Whiteford in alone. Great save there by Chase Martin. So short-handed, Brampton all over the Bears right now as Wallace. So certainly not the start to the power play that Mouser Henry wanted. Ward lets it go, steered aside, so they'll get 20 more on a save by Chase Martin. And Ward now will snap it. Ingram, they'll spread the floor here and look to burn the rest of this clock. Ingram into some traffic, has it taken away now, and the Bears on the run. Costello will dump it off. Hill has a man. Hill waits, stops, lets it go. Owen Hill. Power play goal for the Bears now, 9-6. That was just a good play there by Owen Hill, as I think that maybe Lane Harushka was waiting for the Bears to set things up. Wasn't quite sure he was going to get a quick shot, and I think that's where the advantage So Hill with his second, and off the draw, possession belongs to the Express. So Ward now with a 3-goal lead. Ward curls right back out. McNabb. McNabb chased. 8 on the shot clock. McNabb ducks in off the post and out of play. So I don't even know how Jake McNabb managed to get a shot off, as he had 2 defenders draped all over him. Ward, one-on-one, good shake move, his overhand just over the net. Scooped up by the Beeve and close to being a check-in from behind, and Lucas Beaver taken down there, but kicks it up to Snow. Heron Snow ducks in. Snow, twister! Snow scores! What a goal by Heron Snow. Now Snow is going to get credit for the goal, but I'll tell you, Lucas Beaver is the guy. That was just a great play as Beaver sacrificed himself to get that ball up ahead. And it's a 9-7 game. So back-to-back goals from the Bears, and Joseph flips that back. Good job, Chase Martin, to get it out, but they got to move it. Good hands. Patrick Timothy races, not in time, as he had the Jets, and that's going to be a delay of game, as he didn't drop it, he rolled it. So Timothy, not sure. He thought he just put it down, but his momentum turned that more like a rolling ball, and he will head to the penalty box and give the Express their 4th power play of the game. Comes with 5.5, and tough call, but the right call. The rules are in place, nothing intentional, but the result is the bottom line. So Brampton now to work. They are 1 for 4 as McNabb tried to go far side. McNabb thought about it. He'll change places, get it right back from Whiteford. Slide over, that's his spot. That one, good save, Chase Martin. Rebound, Whiteford, 20 more. Minute and a half to go in the power play. Searle, two-man game. Ward just ricocheted, post, crossbar, and in. Curtis Ward, that was masterful. A big power play goal for the Express. And it's now back to a 10-7 game. Curtis Ward with his third. He is now putting together a fine season. 37 goals for Curtis Ward. I don't know what his helper total is, but he came in with 40 assists as well to go along with that. So he has been getting the job done off the draw. Justin Joseph turning the corner. Hall's on him. Joseph spins the other way. Hall's digging in with the stick check. Joseph, great job. Gets it over. They'll settle it down now with Owen Hill. Kick it back out. Nicky Snow. Eight on the shot clock. Hollowell with a head of steam. Hollowell over Kratos, gets it back with 4. Hollowell driving and denied as going to be a penalty. And I thought from my vantage point that Hollowell tried to avoid Harushka, but I think he's going to go for goaltender interference, and that is the case. So I think there's got to be a conscious effort made to protect the goaltenders against the crease dives, as they are a little helpless on that, to say the least. And in a vulnerable position with a guy barreling in on you, looking to jump, score, and then hit you, make contact all in one motion. So after all that, another power play opportunity for Brampton, just coming off a power play goal. So red hot, they average 3 a game. They're at 2 now, and there's your third. So wasted no time. This time it's Searle on the board. So you know that it's just a matter of time with this power play that they're going to score. If you get penalties, Brampton has really based a lot of their wins on what they've done on special teams, particularly their power play. They don't kill penalties very well because they don't get too many. They've only had 2 here today. They've had 6 power play opportunities to Oshweken's 2, as Joseph continues to do a great job. Justin Joseph barreling in, can't get it to anyone, as the turnover forced by some good forechecking by the Express. Costello, he'll retreat. Ward and McNabb back to work now. 4-goal lead for Brampton. Bears riding a 4-game win streak. Brampton riding a 2-game skid. Ward in tight, and Whiteford from point blank couldn't find the mark. And that was lucky for the Bears as that pass zipped up. Sudan can't handle it. Good work, McNabb, as an 8-second count forced there. So Jake McNabb doing a little everything, playing some offense, playing some defense. And possession to Brampton now. This is why when you're playing the defending champs, you got to put together 4 quarters. Whiteford walks in and buries the bounce. James Whiteford has been that good here in this game. So despite outstanding goaltending from both Martin and Harushka, The offensively skilled players are taking some high percentage shots, and that's the difference in this game. Whiteford, anywhere inside that dotted half circle, that's pretty much money in the bank. So Joseph wins another one, as Brampton's had no answer in that face-off circle for him. But they have had an answer on the scoreboard. So 12-7 lead, Bears with it. We're at the 3-minute mark. 3 minutes left here in this third quarter. Delaronde, chased by Clark, knocks it back. Wallace will scoop it up. And now Wallace will leg it over the timeline. Flip to Sutherland. Sutherland gets the screen. Kick over Ward. Ward, duck in. Chased out, in tight. Sutherland, duck under. Goes far side. Zach Sutherland, what a finish. Second of the game, 24th of the season. As Brampton has bounced back and answered in impressive fashion here, now lead this one 13-7. Well, you knew when you saw Brampton the last 2 weeks, particularly last weekend when they had a home-and-home with the Six Nations Snipers, did not have a majority of their offensive lineup, as Joseph wins another, and it was clear. Today a different story, as Sudan now trying to work. He'll flip, and it's Snow. So big difference when they have their lineup, but all teams could say that in the Arena Lacrosse League, as Eddie Renault with a screen and a half on McDonald, and McDonald went down. Brampton wasted no time. Halls right up the middle. Shovel, and good job to run under that by young Clark. And now Ingram will swing it to Ward. Under 2 minutes to go here, third quarter. Last game of the 2026 regular season. Ingram swings it. Ward, ducking, quick shot, top corner. Oh, Curtis Ward doing his thing for the fourth time in this game. Putting together his best regular season, and I'm sure if you're Jeff Dowling and the coaching staff for Brampton, you want to see that in the playoffs as well. So whether the Express win this one or not, they'll have a break between the quarters and the semis. Lucas Beaver, great duck inbound shot. That one will go up, and Harushka got enough of it to keep it right here for 20 more. Minute 25 to go here, third quarter. Lucas Beaver. Zip out, Hallwell swims his way in. Hallwell, shirt tug, no call. Kick in, point blank, and stopped was Delaronde, as Harushka had that whole short side blocked off. And now Wallace. Whiteford didn't even know. Wallace faked everybody out. Whiteford, great recovery. And a kick out to Keene. Into the final minute of the third. Keene had a notion now, tried to get that across, knocked down. Searle going to try to track it down. Kettle in there, now Keene on the run, 5-hole. Liam Keene. Beauty shot for his sixth of the season. Comes with 45 seconds left in the third quarter, and it's 15-7. So if you thought that what you saw last week from the Express was what you were going to see this week, you're sadly mistaken, or very happily, enthusiastically pleased, one way or the other, depending on who you're cheering for. But this defending champion team, of course, a contender to repeat. That one knocked down. Matthews all over as a disruptor, and Joseph working him over. Matthews has it, shovels it out, 30 seconds left. So an 8-second differential, game and shot clock, sorry. Ward. Nothing doing, no angle there. It's picked up. Bears going to move it up with 15 seconds left now in the quarter. Hollowell. No time to set up with 10. Taking too long. Snow in tight, knocked down. Shovel wide. Ball loose. Hollowell going for the last dunk. Can't get it. 15-7. The Brampton Express 15 minutes away from finishing first in the standings. We'll be back with the fourth. So we are locked and loaded for fourth quarter, final fourth quarter of the All 2026 regular season. And for the first time, Justin Joseph goes a little early and possession belongs to the Express. So Brampton has done what they've needed to do here up to this point. Nathan Jones lets it go. That one steered aside by Martin, and now Miller. And tangled up there. So Nathan Jones, I think Lucas Beaver tried to provide a little interference, and Nathan Jones may have made sure that he went down, so possession belongs right back to the Express. Ward keeps the feet going, swings it across. Sutherland ducks in, looks for Summer now, ducks out on the curl, goes to the bounce, wide of the mark. Snow going to try to get a hold of it, and he does. Good swim move. Has a man on him, sees him, goes between two now, and he'll, I wasn't even sure what Snow, sprints around. Snow off the crossbar. That's a whole lot of shucking and jiving for Aaron Snow. Almost came up with a big goal now, and it's Walsh. So regardless the outcome of this game, this will just determine the 1-2 spot. The Bears own the fourth spot. They are the fourth seed heading into the playoffs. That shot from Ingram. Rebound, Whiteford over the net. Rebound, almost McNabb. Instead, it's picked up on a time violation, D'Amico. Good job to break that up. Cooler heads should prevail. Both these two teams will have another game, so you don't want to do anything foolish here. No suspensions. You don't want anyone to get hurt. You just want to play this one out. Eddie Renault, duck it in, gets it out. That shot from Snow, good save by Harushka. This bounce pass up ahead. Coffey can't handle it. Patrick Timothy going to race for it. Takes a crazy hop, and Chase Martin will manage to hold on to things. Snow will work at the, Sudan. I have been calling the wrong guy Sudan. My mistake there is I'll have to correct that. That shot goes off a defender and out of play. Hollowell gets it over, trying to find Owen Hill. Owen Hill. Searle taking him out with no stick. Pinned on the boards. Searle just using the body, and Tyler Halls fishes it out, gets it up, and a chance now for Clark. Clark, good save, Chase Martin. I don't know how that went from a scrum at one end to a breakaway at the other. Halls again, in the middle of everything. Too much hands on. Possession now belongs to the Bears. So under 12 and a half to go. The lead is 8 for Brampton. So if you're the Bears, you decide if you want to go on one more run or you just want to keep things tight and get ready for next week. Hollowell, let that bullet go. Up high, rebound retrieved by Snow. Skip pass with 5, and it caroms the other way. Scooped up now, and here come the Express. McDonald lost it. It's scooped up now, and the Bears will go the other way. Maloney Tough pass to Snow, but great job by Snow to keep it on this side of the line. Delarande from way out, and it trickles over the line. So through the wickets, over the line. Xander Delarande with his first of the game, 22nd of the season. And Harushka had it, and then lost it. So a good try, but still an outstanding performance so far for Lane Harushka, who's come in with an impressive record of 7-2, one of the best records in the All. At the other end, Chase Martin, equally as good, 5-1, including the last 4. Justin Joseph, great job on the draw again, gets it down. Hollowell trying to out-battle Coffey. Hall's in there, and if Halls is in there, he's like Velcro, I tell you. And sure enough, who comes out with it? Tyler Halls. Matthews will slow it up. And now Nate Jones. Keene gets a step, goes airborne, and took a hard hit. Now Patrick Timothy with an outlet, and the Bears will look to counter the other way. Malloy. Ten and a half to go here in the fourth. Renault gets checked but tucks it in. So Eddie Renault, pulse is still beating for the Bears. Picks up his first of the game, 23rd of the season. And it's 15-9 Express. So both these two guys are going to get sharp as they both flinched at the same time. Joseph got it back. Beaver had it, and it's going to be Lucas Beaver on the retrieval. So a good job there. Again, Justin Joseph missed a couple of games, and they missed him in the circle. Cutting. Renault! And he can't find that far side. Hollowell with the offensive board. Hollowell, quick shot, stopped by Harushka. Halls now will secure it and look to move it up. He does to Matthews. Oberle will give way to Ward. Sutherland steps out of the back door. Sutherland walks in and stopped. Picked up now, and Maloney secured it, got it over now, and it's Snow. Snow to Snow. Beaver, he'll let that go. That one right on. Harushka on the outlet, thinks better of it, gets it to Coffey instead. He'll move it to Walsh. So if you're Brampton, you're playing the same way here. You look for an opening if it's given to you, but you don't want any injuries. Certainly no suspension. Screen and roll, and Jake McNabb off the pad of Chase Martin, who had his number early, but McNabb, relentless, picks up his third of the game. The thing about Jake McNabb, doesn't matter if he gets off to a slow start, and usually he does. It's about the way he finishes games, not the way he starts them, and he has been lethal again, as usual, like he was. That one knocked down. Lucas Beaver trying to get a handle. Gets checked as Matthews in there trying to box everyone out. Beaver rolling around. Wallace all over it, and that possession's going to belong to Brampton. Ward. Whiteford has played outstanding in this ball game. Delayed penalty coming to the Bears. Back in the 1-2-2 zone. That one goes off the post, and loose ball will halt play. So the Bears will go to the penalty box one more time. For the 7th time in the game, it'll be a power play for Brampton. They are 3 for 6. They've given up a shorty, but right at their season average of 3 power play goals a game. Most efficient power play team in the Arena Lacrosse League, McNabb. So you talk about the quarterfinal matchups, and that's a situation where format change with no longer all 8 teams making it, just the top 6. So the top 2 will get a bye. Now they have to sit out next weekend, so they get a chance to rest. The issue is that quarterfinal teams will get a game on them. And that'll allow them maybe to be a little sharper. But that's just the way things roll as McNabb, Sutherland, twister, stopped by Chase Martin. He gobbles up that loose ball, and he'll air it to the back door. Zipped on the money. Hollowell! That's the way it's done. Give the helper to Chase Martin and give the goal to Shane Hollowell. So now it's about the little victories with just over 7 minutes to go and executing the way you're going to want to in your next game. Of course, the Bears would love to see that against Six Nations next week. Now the Snipers, though, have the ability to do the exact same thing, with Dusty Hill probably going to get the call between the pipes. So a whole lot of flinching going on here in this circle. And when there isn't, Justin Joseph has been outstanding, but Miller bumps Wallace and possession to Brampton. I'm not sure why there's a whole lot of chirping on a play like that. It's Searle. So a shorthanded goal, second shorthanded goal surrendered by Brampton in this game. That pass, quick stick, Sutherland can't hold on to it. Ruddy now. Ruddy busts through. Nolan Ruddy can't tuck it in. Ward stripped him, and it's back the other way. So Ruddy's had a couple, needs to keep that stick in tighter. Whiteford, Skip, McNabb. 20 seconds left in the Brampton power play. Whiteford. Ward walks in, tried to go downstairs this time. And a quick pass will send away Snow. 10 seconds left to burn in the penalty. Snow. Not shy. Good check by Whiteford, and they'll turn it back the other way. Penalty over, 5-on-5. Costello gets it to Whiteford. Whiteford zips it back door. Sutherland curls out. He'll find Whiteford. They'll slow it up. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. McNabb shot with the shot clock winding down, and that's going to go all the way back, and that should take us to our final officials timeout. Set to inbounds, and one more time around the horn so you know Toronto 12-9 winners over Whitby, Peterborough 12-10 over Oshawa, Six Nations 2013 over Paris. This one, last one of the regular season 2026. Before we head to quarterfinals next week. One game at the track, the other one right here at the ILA. Jonah Beam has Coffee on the run. Beam zips it, picked off though and knocked down by Hollowell. And the Bears will take it the other way. Whole lot of yelling and screaming, but a whole lot not going on as Owen Hill lets it go. Easy save in the basket for Harushka. And now Costello does a good job Sorry, Cristello does a good job to get it over, and now Matthews. Into the final 5 minutes here. Jones swings it around. Behind the net, picked off. Man leaking out. Aired out, looking for Snow. Snow's going to try to run it down in the corner, and he's taken down. No call. Not quite sure why that wouldn't have been a call, but. And they're going to call it, so Snow's going to get some attention. I think that one was missed there, as you saw Snow take that late hit, but it certainly wasn't a malicious takedown, that's for sure, as it was more of a nudge than it was anything else, and probably still should have given Oshweken the ball, but no matter. Brampton's got it now with just over 4.5 to go. So say what you want, but the Express have put together a fine game. They have looked like the defending champs they are. Ball loose, scooped up by Snow. Snow, backdoor, looking for Hollowell. Beauty grab, beauty finish. Shane Hollowell out the back door for the second time. Money in the bank, 16-11. Third of the game for Hollowell. And I think you're going to have to give Chase Martin another helper on that one. He may have at least, certainly 2, maybe 3 assists in this game. We'll have to check our statistician for the most assists by a netminder in an all game. Hallwell and Joseph again, and this time, good job as Cristello will come away with it. And that's going to be a penalty. So a delayed penalty to the Oshweken Bears. So going to be a bench minor on top of that. And if you're the Bears, I think you've set your message, and with 3:45 to go, it's important that you keep your cool. So illegal cross-check and an unsportsmanlike. So I think it'll be a 5-on-3 here. So they have 4 minutes up on the board on that check from behind. I thought that was similar to the no call down at this end. So with 3:45 remaining and 2 minutes up there, that's more like it. So it'll be a 5-on-3. Sutherland, kick across. Ward tucks it in neatly. So another power play goal, 4th of the game for the Express. Give Ward his 5th, and he has just been outstanding with or without his supporting cast around him. So still plenty of time as just that one penalty out. Back to the power play again. Go the Express. And Searle and McNabb. McNabb steps in, and that one went off some part of the stick of Chase Martin. Ball loose, and Snow comes away with it. Snow one-on-one, Searle on him. Snow not too worried about that pass going awry. A lot of chopping going on, and possession belongs to the Express. So just under a minute left in the Brampton power play as they will work it around with Searle at the top. McNabb. And that one is Chase Martin thought it was behind him, but he kicked it out into the corner. Sutherland retrieved it. And now Ward. Whiteford. Power play looks awfully sharp. Picked up loose ball, floated up. Snow with a chance. Matthews racing in. Snow ducking through, but he's stripped with 20 seconds left as we head to the 2-minute warning. Whiteford going to be in no hurry with 10 seconds left here in the penalty. He's just going to let this one tick down and go 5-on-5 here. Penalty over. Team's back to full strength. Whiteford with 5. Dump off. Ward. He's just going to shovel that. Tried to go off the back, and possession now belongs to the Bears, but Sutherland forces the turnover and gets it back out to Whiteford. So 17-11 to score right now with under a minute and a half. So Brampton in the driver's seat here. And they are just over a minute away from clinching top spot in the standings and the number 1 seed heading into next week's playoffs. Keene on the roll. Keene takes it in and just wide of the mark as he took a couple hard hits. Sutherland right in there, and it's shot back to McNabb, and they'll refresh into the final minute. McNabb, way out. He'll go for a run with 4 on the shot clock and let it go. He does, right on. 30 seconds left in this one here. So a valiant effort by the Oshweken Bears. They're going to see their win streak halted at 4. The Brampton Express will see their losing streak halted at 2. Final 10 seconds. That shot right on. Matthews going to squirt out, and Coffey now with 3 seconds left, and he buries it before the buzzer goes. So Carter Coffey makes good on the breakaway. His 4th of the season. And you say he could have curled out and left it, but he decided to take it. We'll see if that kind of karma comes back at any time. 1 second left on the clock here, so consider it a big win for Brampton as they will let it roll down. 18-11, the final. So the Brampton Express, they claim first place in the Arenalacrosseleague standings. They are the top seed heading into the playoffs. Them and Whitby will have a bye into the semifinals. Next week, Saturday, Peterborough Timbermen up against the Toronto Monarchs at the track, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on Sunday, the Six Nations Snipers and the Oshweken Bears, quarterfinal number 2, right here at the ILA, 2 p.m. On behalf of the Arenalacrosseleague, all our volunteers and helpers, thank you for joining us. What a regular season. Looking forward to the playoffs. Join us next week.